I'm William Rosen, and I started Senior Health years ago. I think 27 years ago we started it. And I trained at University of Missouri and then at Creighton. And what we do is we take care of older people over 65, and we do it kind of different. We do it in our office. Each of us make house calls one day a month, so every week one of us goes out for house calls on our homebound patients. And we also have a group that goes to nursing homes, long-term care facilities, and I also go to a long-term care facility. And we've been doing this for some time, and it's been rather successful. Well, our people really need us, and we need them. We're kind of a team with our patient, and a lot of times with their families, because a lot of them have caregivers. And it's not like you're just seeing healthy people or people with a cold every so often. We're trying to guide these people with multiple problems to their best daily activities. And we try to prevent, and we've been fairly successful at preventing progression. In our diabetics, I think I only have one person on dialysis because of our care and the pharmacy input. Almost all our diabetics are controlled. So we kind of a team approach, and we're one of the only geriatric groups left in the country that's doing all this. 10 years ago there were several, but this institution, Cox, has decided that it's a good thing, and we're happy to do it. I was at family practice, and I was delivering babies and doing all kinds of things and thought that's what I would do. But then the cost of delivering babies and different things got very difficult, and I was lucky enough to also want to take care of older people because I had several in my family, and I thought that was interesting. And I just had a natural interest, so when a nursing home medical directorship came up, I took it. And that corporation made us go to the national meeting for long-term care and paid our way. And so I was really met those national leaders and actually got placed on the national board of the AMDA, the National Nursing Home Physicians Group, and spent 3 years on that board and got to know all the geriatric leaders in the country, really. And that was before we formed Senior Health, and I had took my geriatric boards, and I was about the only geriatrician at that time at Cox. And so Cox decided to start this with a group called GeriMed, and they needed a director, and so they asked me, and I thought, I'll do this. And then we were very lucky to get some great people to come along and help us. Well, I'm from Springfield. My dad was an eye, ear, nose, and throat doctor here. I grew up in the bed and breakfast on Walnut. I went to Central High School, and I like Springfield, so why leave? I'm kind of an unusual, nerdy type of guy, I guess, and I like history, and I like natural Missouri. You go where I live out at Jones Spring, I'm the only house left that really still has forest and moss and ferns and the regular pond that was there. I mean, I haven't changed much. I actually majored in biology and ecology back at Mizzou, and I was head of environment of the students at University of Missouri, and we helped found the Flat Branch Trail, which is now the Katy Trail. Just as students, we kept that railroad from going back to the property owners, and it started the trail thing in Missouri. I also was a student who with other students, drew the plan for connecting the red and white campuses with the Lowry Street Mall. So that's been an interest of mine, and Springfield's come a long way. I haven't had really time to do that with the geriatric stuff, but I do it in my own little yard. And of course, I like my Rottweiler. We always have Rottweilers. My wife's a weaver. She was the weaving professor at Drury until recently, and so we have looms and art and stuff all over. And We know a lot of the artists in town.